Hey guys, it's Justine. Thanks for tuning in to my Tool Basics series. Today we're going to be covering the cordless drill, which is probably my favorite go-to power tool. So let's get started. So this is your drill. It's pretty user-friendly. This is going to be your trigger right here. If you pull it, it spins. This one's pressure sensitive, so if you just pull it a little bit, it's going to go slower. And if you pull it a lot, it'll go faster. Your battery lives right here, and most batteries have a little trigger that you can pull out. It has teeth on it, so if you want to put your battery back in, you kind of just slide it back in like that and give it a nice hit with the butt of your hand. That means you're in business. This part right here, there's a button, and it kind of swivels back and forth. If you push it to one side, it's going to spin one way. And then to reverse the spin, you're gonna push it to the other side and it will spin the other way. So if you're driving screws in, you push it this way. If you're taking them out, the other way. If you push it to the middle, it actually locks the trigger. That way you can throw it in your bag and you won't have to worry about it spinning while you're in transit, because that'll drain your battery, which really sucks. This part right here is called your chuck. This is the part that has spinning teeth that open and close depending on which way you spin it. You're gonna take your bit to put a bit in. You're gonna take your bit and just kind of stick it right in and close the teeth around it. You're gonna give it a good tighten, and when you hear it click, you're good to go. Once you do this a couple times, you can kind of hold the chuck in place and put your bit in and close it using your hands for quick release. Let's talk about gears. So your drill is gonna have a couple gear options on the top. Right here is gear 1 and 2. If you have it on gear 1, that is for driving screws for the most part. If you're drilling a lot of holes, on the other hand, you're going to want to switch it to gear 2. This is going to go faster with less power behind it. You want to keep the power on gear 1 because you're really driving whatever you're pushing into the piece of wood or material, whatever it might be. So screw and screws, making holes. Up here, there are these numbers that are a way of giving you more or less power. So if you're drilling into something really soft, you're gonna keep it on a lower number, but the harder the material goes, you're gonna crank it up. If you're working on a project and you're driving screws into something and your drill starts making a clicking noise, that means that you've maxed out the power. You can go ahead and crank this up and that should fix your problem. This is something you can kind of play by ear and vary project to project. All right, so to drill a hole, you're gonna use a boring bit, which looks kind of like this one. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pre-drill a hole for this screw to fit into. So I'm gonna pick a bit that is just slightly smaller than the width of the treads. And I'm just gonna load my drill with that. You're just gonna wanna keep in mind the angle that you're drilling into a piece of wood. If you need the screw to go straight in, you wanna make sure that you put your hole straight into the wood so that the screw can follow it. I have my gear set to number 2 so I can drill that hole. I'm just gonna go for it. All right, so now I'm gonna switch to my driver bit and I'm gonna put that into gear 1 for driving screws. All right, so now that we got that screw in there, if you're going to purchase a drill kit, I recommend getting one that comes with 2 batteries and 1 battery charger. That way when you're working on a project, you can use 1 battery, and when it dies, you can immediately swap it out. If you have to wait to charge, it can be frustrating, so highly recommend getting a kit. I highly recommend getting a drill kit like this one that has a bunch of different sizes for making holes. That way you have them all at the ready when you need them. If you lose one, go buy another one, and make sure you put them back when you're done using them, because you're going to save yourself a lot of frustration in the long run for your next project. This is a big deal to me. If you lose one of my drill bits, I will find you. Okay. No, but really. Are you going to cry? Did I make you cry? If you guys have any questions on how to use a drill or any other tips for that matter, leave them in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe for more quality content from your girl, Justine.